Hi. I think I do things different from people up here. I don't know. My journey started with dogs. A couple years ago, I started rescuing dogs, local cruelty cases. Me and my wife, who's standing over there, we started taking these dogs that people in LA did all kind of crazy things to, stapling their mouth closed, burning them with acid, things like that. And it became something that was so great in my life that it was just amazing to see the transformation of a living thing that been through something most people have never been through ever, and to see them trust again, to see them walk again, to see them love and kiss and hug, and it was awesome. I think through like time or social media really, I started learning about what they do in Asia to animals, specifically dogs, that they torture them, they burn them. When I first saw the pictures and the videos, I thought it was fake. I was like, how on earth can any civilization do something that insane? And then I left to visit that place to see if it was true. And it's worse than people can think. And since then, I've kind of been stuck there, rescuing, trying to change the law. You know, I know this is VegFest, so it's important to talk about veganism. I was late in making the connection. My foundation, Animal Hope and Wellness, we've been around since 2011. And it took me so many years to realize that a dog is not that much more special than any other species on earth. I went to the slaughterhouse one day, and they had nail gunned this dog to the wall. And the imagery was so powerful that instantly I saw my own children. You know, I'm new to veganism, meaning maybe, I think it was 2015 or 2016 Father's Day. And so I don't even know, what is that, a year? Oh, yeah, something like that. Well,
you're here. Woo!
And now it's so important to me. Why? You know, I listened to Steve O's story about trying to change your life to the better. My rescue work hasn't been that way. It hasn't been this rewarding thing where it heals you. It's been the opposite. Seeing animals suffer and dying with them. Veganism is so important because those dogs I post on Instagram or Facebook, that's every single day, all day. Those dogs that I rescue that have been skinned alive and boiled alive, even now as I speak, that's the reality. In June, less than 2 months away, starts the Dog Meat Festival, a celebration in Asia where they torture these animals because they think it gives you special powers. That event is what started it all for me. And I'm going back. I'm going to rescue all I can. It's going to be fucking awesome. And it's going to be awesome, not because we're doing something terrible, but because I got to do something. It's going to be awesome, not because a lot of the dogs I rescue will die, but because some will survive. 2 days ago, I shared this picture on Instagram that somebody posted, and they said, last night I applied to adopt a dog from Animal Hope and Wellness. And she said, it's this organization that is the reason why I became vegan. in what I do, people are so attracted to it because it's dogs, and most people have dogs. Most people don't have pigs or cows or sheep or lamb, but we have dogs. And so they see the suffering of something that's supposed to be man's best friend, and they cry and they weep, and it breaks their heart. And while it's sad, a pig dying is no different. And while it took me a long time to make the connection, that's what this is about. I'm not vegan for my health. I'm not vegan because it's convenient in my life. I'm vegan for only one reason. Because that choice alone rescues and saves the lives of hundreds of thousands of animals suffering. And that's why we're all here, because I want to digress and speak about Amy and the movement they represent. There's somebody named Anita who started a group called Toronto Pig Save. And in a few days, I fly to Canada to be there at her trial. You know, I go undercover not into dog slaughterhouses, but pigs and cows. In their movement, they talk about something called bearing witness that is so important. People question when they see my videos on social media, and they ask, why did this guy just document this dog being tortured and not do anything? First of all, they don't realize that I'm in a slaughterhouse with 20 other people, but then they don't realize that this is every day. And while we save who we can, it's that documentation that's important, the act of not turning away but looking at the suffering. That's why I'm vegan, because I can't stand to watch it. I can't stand the fact that this is happening. This might be bad parenting, but my son, he's only 5 years old, and my daughter's 4. And at night, they stay up with me, and they'll watch me put these videos together of my journeys undercover into slaughterhouses. And they don't look at it like how normal people do, like, oh my gosh, what are they doing? They look at it like, hey, Daddy, that bad guy is doing this to that dog. Why? And I'll tell them, because in the world, some people are not as nice as other people. My son is 5.5 years old now, and 6 months ago he woke up one day when I was in Asia, and he said, I want to be like my father. And he stopped.